Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's virtual open house here at Penn Foster. Today, we're going to be covering support available to our students in our session titled Support to the Rescue, How to Take Charge of Your Education. If you have any questions throughout, please feel free to enter them into the chat bar right on the side. If we're unable to answer them, we'll take a few moments afterward to make sure to get to everybody.
Hi, my name is Ariel Van Dam. I've been a success coach for a little over a year now. We provide motivation, help with time management, and we also assist with setting goals.
Hi, my name is Nikki Garrity. I've been on the team for 2.5 years, and I love building relationships and keeping students motivated.
And my name is Cassidy Evans Craigie. I've been on the success coaching team for a year and a half. I thoroughly enjoy meeting our students and helping them stay focused on their goals. Today, we have focused this attention because we've noticed that a lot of our students aren't fully aware of the resources available to support them as they're working towards their diploma, degree, or career goals.
Today, we're going to go over how to create a support system at home, how to seek support online, and when all else fails, just contact us. There are a lot of resources, and we want to help you every step of the way.
We wanted to provide you with a quick definition of support for you to read over, as it can have various meanings. What does support mean for an online student? This is what we will be discussing today. We have noticed successful students are ones who are not afraid to ask for help. Another important aspect to being a successful online student is having the right mindset. The idea of having a growth mindset versus the fixed mindset. So replacing the word can't with yet. Being in growth mindset means that you are open to learning. The fact that you're already a student shows that you do have a desire to improve and grow already.
The first way that we're going to focus is about how you can help yourself from home. A reoccurring theme for our students is accountability. Given that we are a go-at-your-own-pace school, there's no necessary classroom or homework assignments that need to be turned in at a specific time. It's easy for studies to fall by the wayside when you're trying to balance each component of your life. So one area that we have found to be helpful is by finding a mentor locally. This can be your parent, sibling, children's coworkers, somebody who can check in with you to see how things are going. Ask you, what exam's coming up? How are you feeling about it? Is there anything you're struggling with? It's really easy to kind of create your own support system, and we've included a link that can guide you a little bit further with our Studies Supporter program for a little bit of additional help with this. Now, we do know that not everybody's comfortable in speaking with their individuals in their life to help them stay on task, and that's okay. There's so many different ways that we all work. So we've included a few different ways that you can create your own study schedule. We do, as coaches, recommend that our students strive to dedicate 2 different times per week in order to dedicate to your studies. Start off with half-hour increments, making sure that you're checking in with your portal and reading through your information, even just reviewing your notes so that that information stays fresh in your mind. This is a good way to utilize not only your downtime, but to make sure that it's staying fresh in your mind. There's also the capability to download your study units into PDFs. So even if you don't have Wi-Fi, you can still be reviewing your information. I know that for us, we do also recommend that students kind of be aware of what mindset you're in at that time. Do you need to take a break? Do you need to walk around for a minute? Grab a coffee, grab a snack. Make sure that you're prepared for new information to come in. What we really want to create is the capability to have our students create SMART goals. Being a SMART goal means that it is specific, it's measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So we don't want to see our students say, oh, I'm going to take 10 exams in the next week. That might be something that works for this particular week, but not as an overall goal. So in this manner of setting the smaller goals, you can hold yourself accountable. There are a few additional lists just beneath this study schedule. You'll see the utilizing the Penn Foster study planner, familiarizing with the retake policy and what these different indicators mean, along with checking your notification center. Nikki's going to get a little bit more in depth with that, but basically what we are trying to create is a way for each of our students to empower yourselves to succeed.
In Portal is a really awesome way to get some support. First of all, learn your portal. This is the place that will be your educational hub. Just like Cass said in the last slide, utilizing your Penn Foster study planner is very important. The study planner is not due dates. Keep that in mind. It is just a outline of times that would be best to take exams to keep you on track. What you can do is on the front page of your portal, you choose a date that you feel you would like to be completed by. And once you do that, the dates next to the exams will change themselves to mirror that graduation date you want. Now keep in mind, every program has an expiration date. You can find out what your expiration date is by clicking the little person at the upper right-hand corner of your screen, and that will tell you exactly when your expiration date is. Do not worry about that though. We give you plenty of time, so don't be scared. Usually what your graduation plans are is usually sooner than the actual expiration date. What I believe is super important as well is familiarizing yourself with our retake policy, as well as knowing what RTN means and RCD. Our retake policy is quite simple. If you get anything below 100% on your first try, you're allowed one more retake. It is very important to take advantage of these if you happen to fail your first exam. And remember that there's always help through the portal, through home, and through contacting us, as Ariel and Cassidy have explained so far. So you can always call us if you need a little bit of extra help before you do that retake. RTN, that means that your paper has been returned, or your project. It is super easy to send it back in. You would go to underneath the Take Exam button, and it will have instructor feedback that will show you exactly what needs to be changed before you resubmit. RCD is a really good sign. That just means that we received your project or your paper, and you're able to just wait for the grade. Keeping that in mind, we also want you to check the message center notifications. Now that will be the bell in the upper right-hand corner. Usually if there are messages waiting for you, there will be a number next to it. It is important to go in there and check every once in a while, because if there's something pressing going through the Penn Foster website or anything like that, that's where you're going to find that information. Now here is the meat of my the portal help, navigating through the tabs. First of all, home. It's very clear what home is. When you click on it, it'll take you to the welcome back page, and that usually shows you where you left off. It'll show you the class that you're on, and it usually says start course if it's a new one, or it'll say resume course if you've been working on it already. The next tab is programs and courses. That's a little bit more in depth. You will see all of the classes that you're going to encounter through the whole semester or program, and that is usually different for each portal, but keep in mind that everything is pretty much the same when it comes to programs and courses. You will see your coursework. Next, you'll see grades, which is also an integral part of your coursework. You'll be able to see all of the grades you've completed so far, and also this would also serve as your unofficial transcripts. If you need it for a job or if you need it for school, you can always print out the grades tab, and that'll be your unofficial transcript. Billing and payments is pretty much what it says. You can go on there, set up auto pay, check your balance, or make a late payment if you happen to miss your payment. Help and support is what I feel is one of the most important tabs for you to learn. That is going to be how you contact your instructors and also ask questions for frequently asked questions. When you click on help and support, it'll take you to a page that has a line that you can type in your question. Type in whatever you are working on right now. If your answer is not, or if your question is not answered by the links below, you will see a tab pop up above it that says Ask a Question. If you click on that, it'll be just like an email format, a subject and a body. You type in your question in specific, and you can send it right to an instructor. Next is the Resource tab. This also is a great way to find videos to help navigate the portal, so that's super helpful. And also, this is where you'll find forms and your student catalog. If you click Student Catalog and Forms in the center of that tab, you will see the actual student handbook, which you can peruse and see what it takes to be a Penn Foster student. If you scroll down, it'll have all the forms, including privacy releases. If you're over the age of 18 and you need someone involved with your account, you can use a privacy release form. You could also find a transcript release form if you're sending it in for a release of high school transcripts. We also have an enrollment letter and also an enrollment agreement. We also have the proctor acceptance form, which you'll need for college, and also a proof of education form that will also be used for college. This is pretty much the importance of the tabs that you will use. When in doubt, click around.
We know that you are all really busy and it can be tough to reach out. Here are various ways to contact us. You can call in at 888-427-1000. You can send us an email. You can reach out to us on social media. We are on Facebook as well as Instagram and the Penn Foster community. Don't forget, as Nikki mentioned before, there's also the Help and Support tab. Remember, we are here for you as a team to help you along the way. Just because you are studying by yourself does not mean that you are alone.
And what we really want to make sure that each of our students can stay on track with is the path of a successful student. Because you're here, we know that you've already taken the hardest, which can also be considered the easiest step, by enrolling. You know, you had a goal in mind. You made sure to get into the correct program. But we want to make sure that you maintain that motivation and remind yourself why you're here. Because if you already knew the information that you're going to cover in your program, you wouldn't need us. And we're glad that we're here for you to provide you with that education. But what we want to follow is what you do as you're taking your notes and as you're studying. What's occurring for you? Do you understand that material? Is it challenging? Going into that growth mindset of rising to the challenge, I want to bring up a term that's recently been brought to the coaching team's attention, which is grit. There's a wonderful TED Talks by Angela Duckworth discussing what it means to have grit. That's what you do in the face of a challenge. Are you going to let it knock you down? Or are you going to do everything in your capability to make sure that you can overcome it? In this instance, that's when we would want to see you seek support. We want to see you utilize the resources that you have available, not only by setting goals for yourself within your home, but by looking around the portal and, of course, giving us a call. There are over 450 people right here in this Penn Foster building who are ready and willing to help you with many different levels of expertise. And in that manner, once you have sought out that support, that's what's going to take you to that next level of passing the examinations. That's the fruit of your labor. That's all of the motivation, the taking notes, asking those hard questions, really panning out for you. By taking these steps, rinse and repeat, taking the notes, seeking support, passing the examinations, that is what's going to lead you to graduation. You will notice that the diagram on the screen is an arrow, because this is not just a line from A to B. This isn't the end, even when you graduate. It's the beginning. It's what's going to arm you with the tools that you need to know as you progress throughout life. And I promise you that it will be beneficial to know how to ask for help and when. It's going to benefit you not only in your career, but in your life.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope that this presentation has helped you understand the various ways that you can reach out to us when you are seeking assistance.
If you do have any questions, we recommend that you call to speak with one of our admissions specialists at the number listed below. They are ready and willing to help you get into the program that is the right fit for you.
Do you have any questions?
Not at this time. But please jot down this number and we will be ready to help you as the questions occur.